Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. We're on to day 6 of our 30 days challenge. Okay, today we're going to do a mediasoup publish function. Okay, we will do the server side and client side. And I would like to apologize because we missed 3 days without any videos. 2 reasons. Okay, one, I think from now on I won't be doing anything on the weekend because 7 days straight, 30 days straight, it's too much. There's a lot of preparation. It's actually a lot more work than I thought it was. Okay, and also yesterday I should have put out a video, but I had some personal stuff to sort out yesterday. That's why we didn't have any videos yesterday. So I'd like to apologize, and we will go on from today until Friday, and then from Monday to Friday again. All right, and for those who's new here, my name is Jason. I do tutorials based around WebRTC, Golang and JavaScript. Okay, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and hit that bell. You'll get notified with new videos uploaded. Then you will expect many more contents like this in the near future. Alright, enough talking. Okay, let's get started. Okay, first of all, we need to open our project from last time. Okay, we'll open both. Okay, we need to go in client, because this way I think we all understand this concept a lot better rather than doing, all server then come back to client, because you probably forgot most of the stuff by then. All right, let me show you a reason why. Okay, you'll see. It's open too. Okay, this is the client. So what we need to do now is, first of all, we'll do some client function, okay, and then we go to the server end and make those functions to call back to the client. All right, let's get started. All right, the first thing we're going to do is once we sure this WebSocket is connected, okay, which we picked up from the last time here. Okay, what we need to do is we need to send a message to, a socket requests to our WebSocket server to get the router RTP capabilities. Okay, the reason why is we need to know what the server's codecs and all the settings. Remember in the server side, let me show you where it is. In the server, okay, let's do it like this, it might be easier. Remember the server settings, okay, sorry, the config. Remember all this, because we have tell mediasoup, this is the information we want on the router. So basically, the first thing we need to do from the client side is send a request to our mediasoup server, and we need all this information, like what codec we're using, so we can prepare on our client side. All right, let's do that first. We will do it here, and then we will do the message first. And the message basically, it's an object. Okay, we need to send this, and we will do type, which is the type of the the event, the socket event. We'll just call this get router RTP capabilities. Okay, that's all. And then once we do that, okay, we will go and send it off to our our WebSocket server. Okay, go response, and we need to stringify this, okay, because WebSockets read strings only. Okay, they don't read objects. Okay. And then we're going to go socket.send. Okay, sorry, we're not using TypeScript, that's why we're not getting the autocomplete. Okay, that's that response. All right, we're done on a client. Okay, we have basically telling our client, as soon as the WebSocket is ready, send this request. Okay, now we're going to go to our server side. We're going to do a lot of this. Okay, we're going to be moving server client. Okay, this way I believe personally you will learn a lot better than we try to do the server first. Okay, so what we're going to do is, after the connections, that's fine. After the connections message on, okay, we need to do some cases. Okay, we delete these, we don't need these anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to do a we turn the strings, okay, we get from the client back into an object, so we can use it. Okay, so we're going to make a function here to check, make sure it's a valid JSON object. Okay, let's do that. Validation. This doesn't exist yet, so is JSON string. Okay, and we put that message we're going to get. Okay, now before we go further, let's make this, let's create this function first. Okay, we will go way down the bottom, and we're going to make this function here is JSON string. Okay, this is TypeScript, so we're expecting a string, and it's a string. Okay, basically we're going to do a try catch here. JSON pass. Okay, we're going to pass that string. We're going to get in. Okay, if it doesn't work, we're going to return false. Okay, and then outside this, we're going to return true. Okay, if this try catch works, we return a true. Okay. Now we're going to go back to the top. Okay, right here, what we're going to do is we're going if not JSON validation, then we're going to stop everything. Okay, or console log, console error I should say. We'll say JSON error. Okay, so what we got in is not correct, and we're going to return. Okay, so cut it off. Okay, and then next what we're going to do is we're going to do a switch here, so we sort of separate all the events we come in. Okay, so we're going to const event equals JSON dot parse message, because now we know there's no error, so it's safe to do this now. Okay, that's why we do that again. Okay, and here we're going to do a switch, because we will be getting all sorts of different what do you call it, events from the client side. So what we need to do is we go events dot type. Okay, this type, remember the client side, we have put a type here. Okay, this type, that's what we're looking at. Okay, see, this way it's easier for me as well to teach you you know what this is about. I can always refer it back to. Okay, the first events we're going to hit the server with is this guy here. Okay, so we just copy that. Okay, so whenever the type equals to this, we create a function here. Okay, we'll just call on router TP capabilities. Okay, you can make this function whatever you like, but I just think, you know, this way it's more clear. So, you know, as I always say, you write code, you have to like think a little bit forward. Okay, what happens if you need to come back here to fix this code next year? You still know what the hell's going on. You know, that's the reason. Okay, and we need to pass down a couple of things. We want the events, so basically we want a message to pass down to this function, and we want a WebSocket so we can send replies back. Okay, so now this, we don't have this function yet, right? Okay, now we go down here again, we will make this function router. Let's copy just in case we get the wrong spelling. Okay, that's my point. Okay, hold on a second, and we expecting a event. Okay, and it is a string we're gonna get, and we want the WebSocket, so we'll call it WS, and the type for that is WebSocket with the capital. Okay, let's do an EA. That doesn't like the events for some reason. Anyway, cons equals that, and that there. Sorry, not like that, like this. I think we can call this event actually. Yep, let's call it event. Keep everything look the same. Okay, and we'll make our life easier. All right, and then what we really need to do, so easy. Okay, we need to send back. Go ws dot send. No, actually we need to make a send function first. Okay, we haven't done that yet. So basically we're going to reuse this function. Okay, we'll make it we'll go after this, we'll make a cons send. Basically this is like a reusable function that we reply back to client. Okay, it's easier if we do that, because we will be sending you know, a lot of messages back to the client. The type is we need this WebSocket obviously, so we can access the functions there, and the type, which is, you know, what type of message it is, and the actual message. Okay, I'm going to put the message on any. Okay, sorry, I'm being lazy. Otherwise we will spend a lot of time to write these interfaces for the types. Okay, we'll just do any for now, but recommend for you, you should look through your messages and do an interface for that for TypeScript. Okay, once again we're going to do a message cons. Okay, it's the object that we want to pass back to the client. The first one would be type, and we'll make a name for that as a data. So basically what we sending back to the client, everything will be under this data, so data dot whatever, you know, that's what we're doing. Okay, and now same thing. Okay, we need to the response, we need to stringify it as well. If you use socket.io, I think you don't need to do that. Okay, but we're not using socket.io, so we need to stringify messages before we're sending it back. Otherwise we get errors on the client side. Okay, so what we need to do is we go client. Okay, no, sorry, we need to go ws.send and the message response. Alright, that's our send method. So now we go back to the top and we're going to reuse this function. Okay, now what we're going to do here is we're going to, let's go back up here, right here. Okay, so we can call the send function now, and we're going to pass in the ws. Okay, we get from the top, and the type, remember the second one is type, is a string, and let's call this router capability. Let's not spell it wrong, because spelling is quite important. If we spell it wrong, we will never get this reply. Okay, before we're gonna get this what do you call it, this method here, okay, I have spotted some issues up here. Okay, we need to type this as router. Okay, it is the mediasoup router, this one here, right? And you see we've got a little issue here because we forgot something in our create worker. Okay, well, let's go and fix that. Open the create worker. Okay, what we forgot is we're gonna we've done all this, okay, but we forgot to return the actual router. Okay, sorry about that, because I think I missed it in the last video. So media codec, let's fix that now. Okay, codecs. Okay, we want to config mediasoup dot router dot media codecs. Okay, and the second thing we need to return is the actual mediasoup router equals, okay, I'll wake, we'll go worker dot create router. Okay, we actually need to create a router we have initialized up here. Okay, and then we pass in our codecs in there. Okay, media codecs. Okay, cool. And then we need to return this mediasoup router. Okay, you understand this? Because basically what it's doing is we initialize it, okay, and then we need to put chuck our codecs into this new router. So basically we're creating a new router, and then we return this router we just created with this method. Okay, that's what we're doing. All right, let's close that. Now we should be good to go. Okay, now the red line's gone. Okay. And all we need to do here is we just need to return our mediasoup router back to our client, and then we push it into our local client device, we call it. Okay, let's do that. I'll explain it more when we get there. mediasoup.tp capabilities. See, now we get all this all of these options, you know. That's beauty of TypeScript, isn't it? Because I don't think JavaScript you get any of this stuff, so it's really confusing. You need to like remember all these keywords with JavaScript. unless you use WebStorm, because I think WebStorm gives you all the JavaScript stuff like out of the box, just like as if you're on TypeScript. Okay, now we get this once we get this request, okay, we get it from the server and we pass this back to the client. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going back to the client side and we need to write this part, okay, on the client side. All right, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to listen to a socket.on message. Okay, that's what that is. It is a function. Okay, inside here we will get the message. We'll just call it event rather than message, because we need to destruct the message later on. We're not using TypeScript, so cool. We'll just use events. Okay, same mode. Okay, we need this check this JSON is valid. So instead of writing the whole thing again, let's copy it. Okay, go there. Oops, and we paste that in, and we'll go down there and grab that function over as well. You see, that's why we do server and client at the same time, because we can refer each part we're doing, so it just makes life easier. Inside here, all right, we got it. And once we validate, we need to do that case function again. Okay, what we need to do here, it's pretty much the same thing. Okay, response JSON parser, or pass, sorry, events data. Remember, the server, we always send back the data as a data. That's what this is. Okay, I'm just explaining to you. So that's why we need to go .data to get everything else, what's inside. Okay, and now we're going to do a switch here again. Okay, a switch event. So basically it's resp.type. Okay, that's what we're looking for. So the first thing we're going to send back from the server is this guy here. Okay, so let's listen to it on the server, on the client side. So if we get that, then we do this. Okay, and we'll call this on router. Try to name them, look the same, so you can find them like easily, like whenever you need to go and do alteration of the code. Okay, and here is please simpler. We just need to pass the message down. Okay, I'm showing you the different ways, okay, because this can be like socket.add_event listener, and then brackets, what do you call it, string the message name. Okay, we also can do it this way as well. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We try to cover everything, so you get the best out of this. Okay, and now let's go and create this function. Okay, let's make these let me have a look, see if we need to make these async. Okay, we might not have to, not this one anyway. So we're expecting a response. Okay, so the flow, just in case you got lost already, okay, I'll explain it to you again so you know what it is. So firstly, as soon as we open a WebSocket, this will get fired to the server. Okay, so when the server gets this, it will get the capability of the router, what codecs or whatever, and it sends it back with this type. This is the type of the events, and then we hit back to our client. As soon as we get that, we pass this message down here, and we deal with the capability we get back from the server. Okay, that's what we're doing. So as soon as we get that, we need to write another function. It's called load device. Okay, let's go and write that first. It is a fairly simple function. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to write a load device. So basically what this does is loading all the information onto our client side and the mediasoup client library. Okay, that's what we're doing. So we call this router RTP capabilities. Okay, that can be anything actually, it doesn't have to be that, but let's make life easier. Okay, let's do a try catch. Device that we make a variable up here, and we didn't, we're going to make one up here. Okay, no, we haven't got it, so let's go here, device. Okay, because we need this throughout the app, so that's why we put a global thing up there. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to put initialize this device. Okay, new mediasoup dot device. Okay, we're grabbing this out of the client library. Okay, that's what. And we go catch. We better catch this. So if the error we get back dot name equals this unsupported error. Okay, all of this is in the mediasoup documentation. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're just going to console log. Okay, browser not supported. Okay, so basically that's what we're checking. Okay, and then if everything's fine after this try catch, okay, we will return. We will await the device dot load. We will load this stuff into our local device. Okay, we're loading with this router, this guy here. Okay, we need to load this into our device so our client knows what's going on with the server. Okay, that's what that is. You know, honestly, mediasoup is my opinion. Okay, with my, you know, I might be wrong. It's really overcomplicated for what it is. Why the hell you want to do that for anyway? But anyway, it's a great library. Performance is awesome. So let's live with it and learn about it. Okay, so as soon as we get that back, we need to call that load device function. Okay, that's what we need to do. Okay, right here, let's call this function load device. Okay, and we're going to pass on the response data. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, that is done. So we need to do something with the button as well. Okay, we need to enable the publish button. Okay, as soon as we know what we can publish to the server. Okay, that's what we're going to do now. So bntcam dot disabled dot false. Okay, because that button by default is not enabled. Okay, and we're going to do the same with the screen as well. Okay, disabled false. Okay, that is it for that. Okay, I think this will do it for today. Otherwise, this will turn out to be like an hour video. We'll continue finishing on the actual publish function tomorrow. Okay. Anyway, I think we had one extra day, so we can fit all this in within 5 days. So tomorrow we will publish our stream. Okay, and we'll display it on our page. And in the following day, which is the final day, we will do the subscription. Okay, and then it's done. Okay, so thanks for watching and thank you for being part of part of this. Sorry about that. I should have had some water. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and be part of this challenge. All right, thanks very much, and we'll see you tomorrow.